Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros MLB. This is Leading Off Live, brought to you by Bet365. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets when you do what? But only when you use the promo code Leading Off. It's me, Joey P. That's the Welsh, and it's you, the Peanuts and the Cracker Jacks, who makes this show go. Welsh, we've got a lot to get to today. We've got some injuries. We've got a guy back-to-back home runs after not having any home runs. I think someone named Torkelson's getting red hot. Let's go. And, of course, the good, the bad, the ugly, a little bit of wagering, a little bit of home run calls. And, Welsh, I kind of want to start with the home run calls.
Of course you do.
Know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Surprise. Hey, look at that. Joey called multiple homer. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like, I'm just into the wind. You know what? We might be getting back to a wheel. We might need to get back to a wheel to get me started here in the near future. We'll see. If we get... How many likes do we usually get on these videos? If we double the likes, we'll bring back the wheel, and I'm going to start likes.
You got to get 4 likes. Is that
four likes. We get a lot.
No, I don't know. I don't know how many likes we get. Like the videos. The videos. Subscribe to Fantasy Pros MLB. Because remember, if you do, we're still giving this away. I think we're going to end this week. I've been talking to the gang. I think it's time for something new here. We still got the Trophy Smack Fantasy Baseball Championship belt available. Subscribe to the channel. Comment on any video. I guess we should say like it, and don't forget to ring the bell of notifications so you know if you are the big winner. But Welsh, let's start there because
sure,
Adley Rutschman hit not 1 but 2 homers, so it was a beautiful night there. Jose Barrios, he has the numbers against Barrios for his career. We were talking about Barrios being one of these guys where winter was coming, and it's been certainly coming for him lately. But I kind of just want to throw the home run board up here already. So I'm back up there, baby. Top 5. Let's go. Pazzi still got 17, but I went from the right side of the board to the left side of the board, and I can't wait to win that signed Vlad Jr. bat, because when I do, I'm going to break into a million pieces and light it on fire, and then I'm going to cut the greatest promo in the history of professional.
Oh, you know what you should do then? I know I got the best idea. Break it into a million pieces, get the address of everybody else on the home run board, and send them little pieces. Yeah, send every single one of them a piece. That's what I would do. That's the petty that I am.
It's just like a V. Somebody got a G, or someone got like an R and an O in one piece.
Sign every single piece and be like, here you go, you filthy animal. So yeah, I don't know. I'm trying with the home run calls. Yesterday I had O'Neill Cruz and he got a double, and I bet him to get 2 total bases. I like to bet my home run calls on 2 total bases, but I can't get there, Joe. You've been red hot. I'm just going to have to sit at the bottom, just looking up at everybody. Please,
you're not that far away from the board, though. I mean, you're scratching double digits. So
I think I'm at 9 right now. So I think I have to have a big day, and I haven't had a big day in a while. So that's why the wheel might be coming back very soon.
Yeah, I am the heel of this program. That is the ultimate heel move for sure. Shota Imanaga is talking about great performances. 8 strikeouts for him, 5 shutout innings. No decision, unfortunately, against the Braves, but still another really good, dominant. I mean, let's just say it, dominant. That's what it is. He's been dominant. That word gets thrown around way too much in sports. He's been dominant in fantasy baseball this year and in real life baseball. So
yeah,
another great performance for him.
And I want to mention 18 swinging whiffs in that start, which is unreal. He continues. It's so crazy. I need to really get into the heat map of the zone and everything, because he was 96% fastball or splitter. He just continues to do that thing, which is insanely crazy. He just deadens that splitter out. So it ends up, you can probably manipulate it so it has the maybe sinker or maybe has the changeup type of feel. But that thing just absolutely comes out. 33 inches of vertical break was max in this start, but it is fastball. It is splitter. He had 10 whiffs on the fastball, 6 on the splitter, a 36% whiff rate, 27% CSW. I just can't help but always look at it and go, okay, this is going to keep continuing like this. But, you take one of the better stuff plus fastballs out there, guys can't hit it, guys can't pick it up. And then you have a secondary pitch that, you can probably move around the zone and that has the feel of a fastball coming out. Guys cannot get on top of this. I do think there's going to be a point soon that is going to start happening, but we are getting to 6
guys aren't going to
weeks
pitch to 1 ERAs. That just doesn't happen. This is not the dead ball era. This is not the late 60s. It doesn't happen. By the way, Fred Dinger, who takes care of our stuff over there on the home run stuff side, says, Welsh, you have 10, so you have double digits. You're right. You're right there. You're so
good. You're great. All right.
All right, so don't worry about it. George Kirby held the Royals, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, 7.
Really?
Him. Andres Munoz struck out 3 guys and pitched 1 of the third scoreless. So a good game there for my Seattle Mariners. Brady Singer, who I believe was in Welsh's trade video last week, I want to say.
Yeah, right? Trade away.
Well, I hope you listened. 4 runs, 5 innings. A loss for him against that same Mariner team. Mitch Keller, another good start for him. So Mitch Keller throws a complete game. Now 6 more shutout innings, 7 Ks. So I'm looking at Mitch Keller. I'm looking at Jared Jones. I'm looking because they signed Mitch Keller for an extension, I remember, in the offseason here. So Keller, Jones, Skeens, the Pirates of the future Welsh are looking pretty good right now.
Where are they standing? Where are they in the standings right now?
I'll tell you where they stand.
Okay.
You talk, I'll stand.
Because this team, like yesterday, one thing we probably shouldn't have opened up with, I don't know if you saw it, Brian Reynolds was 5 for 5.
It's tuned in the sheet. We'll get
to it. Is okay. Sorry. Oh yeah, probably the 3 up, 3 down.
I work so hard every morning. I get up, the roosters crow. I get up and I do the show sheet. And Welsh doesn't even look at it. He doesn't even look at it. By the way,
I'm sitting.
The Pirates are 19-23. They are 2 games out of the wild card, 5.5 out of the Central.
So that's kind of my point right there. Is like this is that Royals feel. Everyone's like, hey, the Royals are going to make the playoffs and stuff like that. The Pirates are in that. They've got an all-star closer. They've got now a 3-man rotation that is not the tippy top. It's not going to compete necessarily with the Mariners, but it's not going to compete. It's better than what the Diamondbacks are putting out in their front 3. You've got Brian Reynolds to lead the way. The team went 5 for 5 last night. When I tuned in, I was looking for Cruz to hit that homer at the very end. Brian Reynolds, dead center homer for his 5th hit of the day. O'Neal Cruz, whatever people get on about him, he's hitting around 260. He's doing his thing. You have pieces. You have pieces to be competitive. I know this team probably doesn't make anything impactful, doesn't go and make some impactful move or whatever, but it would be the type of recipe where go and trade a little bit of your minor league, go get at least one good veteran. I would love to see this team go get some vet pitcher to put into that rotation and then one more hitter. I just don't know if they will be competitive, but they are, in my mind, like, at the tippy top of the more exciting young team.
Oh, absolutely. A good veteran bat will be the way to go. Okay, I gotta ask Tyler. I say Shota Imanaga every single time. Why does he keep saying there's an A at the end, boys? What are we saying wrong, Tyler? Every time we talk about Imanaga, somebody, and I think it's Tyler, is the one like, you're not saying it right. It's not Shota Imanaga.
Shota
Imanaga. We say it right every time.
I don't. Maybe not. I mean, I don't. Listen,
Angry Joe's come out early in the show today.
I'm not one to question the pronunciation unless I'm 100%.
Well, you're the last guy.
Because you know what the worst part is? I tell people this all the time. I will have it completely right. I saw that, Michael. Get out of here, Michael. And then I will like in my head start to question it, and then I'm done. As soon as I start to question, even if it's right, I'm over and it's done.
Speaking of performance anxiety, Edwin Diaz, I see everybody talking about him in the chat. Blown save for him. Look, I'm not worried. He's in a rough patch. It's going to be fine. Closers go through this. Pitchers go through this. Players go through this. Alex Bregman has been
real quick. On Edwin, real quick. The reason people are up is because Reed Garrett, up on Diaz, because of Reed Garrett is, he's been doing some big stuff. So I think that's why people get all up in arms about Edwin Diaz blowing a save. Could it be time? That's where people are going.
Are you high?
Maybe.
You know how much money they have invested in Diaz? Are you crazy? No.
I agree. I'm just telling you what the people are thinking. I am a spokesman for the people, a man of the people. The Welsh has always been.
Whoever thinks that, I'm telling you, is high. Okay. It's not even, look, I live in the New York, New Jersey, tri-state area here. It's not even a blip on the radar here about that. So you could put those fantasy wet dreams aside because it ain't never going to happen. Okay. It would take an injury for him to lose this job. And barring that, nothing else.
The chat with their they're poking with the Imanaga stuff.
I'm a Naga, you're a Naga, he's a Naga too. Wouldn't you want to be a Naga too? I mean, come on. It's Shota Imanaga. I mean, I don't understand. What's going on? Alex Bregman, Not Shota Imanaga. Went 3 for 4 with a double and 2 homers. You should have picked Bregman last night. That would have been fun.
Yep.
You know, troll him there. That would have been a good time. Let's get to more fun. Just for fun, Spencer Torkelson. I love how Angelo took this personally too in the chat when I said Torkelson's getting hot. 2 days doesn't make him hot. And he did quotes on me, Welsh. But come on, we're having fun. The guy's been terrible. Give him a break. He's got 2 homers in 2 games. Let's get excited for Spencer Torkelson. Can we?
Yeah, you know what the really tough thing about, I mean, obviously you have the former track record, which you could work off of, but in May, he's hitting 250. He's got those first 2 home runs. The strikeouts haven't really kind of fallen down, and there's just not quite enough of any data to work with. The thing I hated about the Torkelson thing in general was his hard hit rate was so low. His barrel rate was so low. There's kind of a, like, it can't maintain at this level. That's the one positive that I've tried to approach with him. But, you know, he had kind of a higher BABIP number. His K percentage in general is kind of lower, and his rolling expected WOBA chart is starting to move up a little bit. So that's good, but we don't have enough of the data to be like, oh, hey, did the barrel percentage and are the hard hit numbers starting to make that turn? We don't quite have that yet. Could Torkelson turn it back around? Yeah, sure. But is it going to be worth the 12
homers
man?
After the break last year? I brought that up yesterday, and I'm bringing it back up again today because it's not impossible that he gets the 30 again. Like he had 1 last April, I think, or two last April. So it's not like he didn't have an awful start to the season. His batting average was lower last year than it was this April. So he's another one of these guys. You just circle him on your draft board. And if you have to draft or you do draft him, you just realize April's going to suck. Like the first 6 weeks of the season is going to be bad.
Here's what I will tell you. Like, he has been chasing in a bad way. His chase contact percentage is almost 10 points lower, 54% last year, 45% this year, but his zone contact percentage is the same. So all he's got to start doing, making a few better decisions. If he starts barreling, then the hard hit numbers are going to come up. Yeah, well, I'm just saying his chase numbers are not bad. So that's like the positive. His actual chase numbers are the same as always, but he's not making as much contact when he's chasing, but he's making the contact in the zone. So stop, getting outside the zone, start making a little bit more contact, and maybe we'll get that original version. So I don't know if, though, what's available out on the wire is worth, like, if Torkelson were, someone had cut him and you could go and pick him up. Am I advocating to go and pick him up over what player? That's the thing. Like, I think Torkelson is not.
I was advocating not to drop him unless you're in shallow leagues. That's what I was advocating last week. And you can check that out at FantasyPros.com. There's a whole write-up about that. Wonky Penguin brings up a good question here, too. Have we ever heard Welsh pronounce my last name?
I say it all the time. Pisa Pia.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean, I feel like, there you go. See, Kelly wanted to throw the gauntlet down, so I just wanted
Kelly, I know you see me as this big bumbling stupid idiot, as everybody else does. I can't pronounce anything, but like, as I stumble right there, like I can get it. I have some things. It is the constant internal chatter that ruins, and that is what creates Welshisms. There is a constant chatter that is second guessing the things that come out of my mouth in pronunciation, and that is what causes me to say insanely stupid things. But I can say Pisa Pia.
There you go. How about Gabriel Moreno? Can you say that? Solo homer for him, 3 walks.
I can't.
Over
Cut.
the Reds.
Waiver wire. Release. No
Gabriel
longer
Moreno.
need Gabriel Moreno.
Okay. See, I'm buying. I mean, he's always been a good contact guy. Maybe again, slow start. All right, let's get to the rookie lookie here, because this is really what I want to talk about. Another prospect comes up, another prospect failure, it feels like so far. Manzardo 0 for 2 with a walk. He's hitting $158, 3 for 19. He's got a walk, a double, 8 Ks. How are we feeling about the man-child here over the first week?
I mean, clearly not good. To the point, there's just not enough great data to tell us any story. I mean, the data we have is not good. The hard hit rate is trash. The expected batting average is trash, and he's struck out. So the things you have to go back on is like what he's done in the minors. He has a really good hitting profile. It's interesting. I wish we had this stuff for the minor leagues, because I don't think we're going to talk about it today, but Baseball Savant just released their bat tracking data, which is really fascinating because it gets it. I don't know the full applications yet, as I've been playing around with it, but it's dealing with bat speed versus bat length, and then they've got a couple terms
How
they use,
like
blast and sort and all this type of stuff. There's a blast stat, and
Wait, so it talks about the length of. It talks about. I'm just trying to follow
the motion. Yeah, it's the motion of the ocean.
But
Joe,
you said no. You said things. You said it talked about the length.
Yep.
And
the length of the swing and the speed of the swing. And then there are, I know where you're going. There's just a couple other terms in there they use called blast. It's like a blast rate, and they have a term for it. And squared up. Joe.
I can't believe they call it blast rate.
We're talking about data. Listen, how fast you swing it is how much you blast it, Joe. I don't know what to tell you.
We weren't even supposed to talk about this today.
We're not. But the only thing I was getting at is if we had all of this data in the minor leagues, the thing that works well for a guy like Torkelson is Torkelson doesn't have a big long swing and he shortens it out. And one thing we learned from some of this data is the shorter swing with a faster approach, that's going to have better results for the most part.
That's what I've been telling people my whole life.
Can't take you anywhere. Everyone, Welsh can't pronounce this. Joe can't even get through this. Yes, but I think Manzardo will be fine long term. But for this season, I don't know. I think at how he's performing, it's gonna be really hard for them to stick around with Torkelson or with Manzardo. But he's probably still got 3 weeks until Quan comes back.
All right, yeah, that's the whole thing. When Quan comes back, that might make things a little tougher.
What's your blast
Jason
rate?
Vargas. I just traded Ober and McGill for Rosarena. Did I do a good? Jason, I think you did a great. To be honest with you, like Ober's a good pitcher, and McGill's been really solid in the rehab starts. But still, Rosarena is an all-star. Rosarena is a guy, a second-round pick, 100% yes. Oh, that took a lot out of me. What's the X-Plug numbers on did the X-Plug come out in some of those new after the blast rate?
I wish we could. I wish we really could get X-Plug on there.
Blast rate sounds like if that's. I mean, what are we doing if we don't change the name of this show from leading off to blast rate?
The blast rate.
There's Wonky Penguin for the win. I hear they have better blast rates on slutters, but I'm not sure. Oh, God bless this place. This is our happy place. All right. Otto Lopez. I don't know how I'm going to do this. 2-run homer for him. I want to talk about Otto Lopez for a second.
Yeah, let's talk about Otto.
Well, I don't know. He's a 25-year-old kid. The slash right now, 313, 371, 656. He's got 3 homers and a steal in 35 plate appearances. He is rostered in 10% of leagues. Should he be rostered in more? Is this a guy that actually might have something to contribute here? Which I know for the Marlins, we're talking about contributions. It's kind of few and far between. But is Otto Lopez one of these guys that is slowly kind of sneaking up on the radar?
Maybe. Okay, so on the A's, Abraham Toro is a guy that I've never really been super into. He's always been kind of like a super util player, and he's just getting time. He's getting, the ability to get in there, have some at bats, and have a little bit of success because there's no one out. We always see this from these teams that get rid of good players. And obviously, the Marlins getting rid of Arise kind of starts that process. I think they're going to release a few other players. This could be one of those speculative ones in the near future. He had a little, the data so far from this year and what he's done at a major league level, it's actually pretty good. Really high hard hit and barrel percentage, low K rates. There might be something. I think it's probably more speculative than anything else. But yeah, keep on a wire as playing time keeps being given to him. And I could be interested in it, but I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, he's a watch list guy.
Watch list guy, or if you're in a 15-team league. Maybe a speculation guy, throw a buck or two, see what happens. Also, speaking of speculation, Welch, I called you Welch for a second.
Well, thanks, Yo.
Welsh, yeah, that was so fun. I cannot wait now for these extra stats. Now I want it every show. Now you're gonna have to bring all the blast rates and everything else. But you were not at the Little League field yesterday, but where were you yesterday? Because I saw some of the footage. Can we talk about some of the players?
What a presentation. Where the hell were you, Welsh? Where were you? Just say something. Where were you?
After that last thing, I don't know if I've got anything left. That took a lot out of me.
All right. So I was over at the Peoria Sports Complex for some rookie ball, Arizona Complex League. And this was really cool. You can check it out on my timeline. When we're talking about prospects, don't tend to be like big prospects that are out here outside of far away guys. These are rookie level guys. But the biggest name that's probably out here in the Arizona Complex League is Felnin Celesten with the Seattle Mariners. In Dynasty, he has floated around being a top 100 prospect. I can firmly tell you this guy is a top 100 prospect. And I was able to capture his first major league homer. And it was pretty awesome. Got to see a couple of bats. He actually hit 2 in that one. Go on my timeline
at yesterday.
At Is It the Welsh. If what?
If you called him for home runs too.
I don't know. Can I start calling complex guys? It'd be amazing. But it was this incredible about this high fastball that he adjusts, comes up on, bam, slams it dead center. It's around 430. You can check out the video. And someone said something really interesting, that there was like this reminder of like Rafael Devers in his swing. And a guy like Felnin, I just would point out to people, like, he wasn't seen in this necessarily top 100 range. Like guys like Ethan Salas had moved past him. Leo DeVries of the Padres. If you're in deep dynasties, Felnin Celesten is a really, really interesting talent. Body's gotten bigger, switch hitter, mashing homers, steals bases. I think he's going to be probably unanimously a top 50 to even top like 35 fantasy prospect by the end of this year. So just letting everybody know, and you can go and check out the homer on my timeline. That's where I was, Joe, if you're keeping tabs on me.
There you go. I like to keep tabs on you. By the way, the Vapors, I think, kind of nails it here with this comment. No more prospects. Big misses all season so far. I think that's how everybody feels. The Jackson Holiday fatigue. I mean, Paul Skeens was fun, but, a little underwhelming based on expectations.
No, Skeens was fine. Jared Jones has been great.
Jared Jones has been great. I don't know if we want, but in terms of prospects that have gotten called up this year, we were excited about Kjerstad. That hasn't come to fruition. Yeah. Holiday was off the charts. That did not materialize. Manzardo hasn't materialized.
Baseball's hard.
Baseball is hard, but it's also, I feel like in some ways, this has been a weird year because we've been spoiled in the last few seasons where a lot of these rookies have come in and basically been as advertised.
That's what I said earlier. I was like, we have the expectations of last year of, I mean, everyone kind of forgets how bad Gunnar was at the start of the year. And then he bounced back and was incredible in the back half. Corbin Carroll was an absolute unicorn in that world. And that's also why, that's why you don't hear me go like, yeah, cut this guy, cut that guy, cut all the guys. Like, I've tried to be careful about it. I think it is worth speculation on the game's top talent that's coming up, but there's no guarantee. So when you guys ask those questions, I want to mitigate the risk as much as possible, as much as you possibly can. And unfortunately, this year more than ever, we're definitely seeing a success rate that is going down the tube.
I mean, look, Ellie last year was fun. Like, I know there were some bumps in the road, but there were some high points, so you can hang your hat on. CES had his moments there. McLean, who Razor was and Michael were talking about in the chat. Clearly some really good stuff. Junior Caminero is going to save it, everybody. Junior Caminero. Maybe James Wood too.
Maybe James Wood. Yeah. All those other ones, they stunk, but the new ones are coming.
They're going to be great.
They're going to be
if you ask, but this is not different. If you go back and listen to shows in February, I said the same thing. The guy that you asked me, he's a Cheerios. I was like, for me, it's Caminero. It was Caminero in February. It's Caminero in the 14th of May. Up and down, 3 up and 3 down. Brian Reynolds, 5 for 5, 2 doubles, a dinger. Ooh, what a good day. Jose Ramirez, 2 for 3, 2 walks, 2 steals. Very good night for him. And William Contreras, 3 for 5 with a run scored there for the Brew Crew. 3 down. Yamamoto wasn't good. I'm sorry, everybody. I'll take the L on that. I'll take the W on the Rutschman dingers. I'll take the L on the Yamamoto 4 runs and 5 2/3. I mean, come on. Against the Giants, what are we doing here? That lineup stinks right now. Teoscar Hernandez, 0 for 5, 3 Ks. So there you go. Little hat trick for him. And Matthew Libator, which you should, by the way, see a doctor before you start taking Libator, was charged with 4 runs.
Are you struggling with your blast rate? Get yourself a Matthew Libator.
It may cause your blast rate to increase. It may also cause death or similar feelings of depression. Injuries. Austin Riley, speaking of depression, injuries. Austin Riley, MRI, showed nothing more. Just an inflammation. Everything's okay. Jorge Polanco came out of the game against the Royals with tightness in his hamstring. That's not good. Speaking of not good, also a hamstring issue for Rhys Hoskins. So that's a problem there. He's going to have an MRI today. Sounds like an IL stint to me, my friend. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't love that. I really, really hate that. But guess what? If it is, Tyler Black is here to save everybody.
Back again. Another guy.
Back in black.
There you go. Back in black. And also officially Jung-Hoo Lee put on the IL. It's a tough open for him to his major league career, I feel like. Injuries, the performance issues, blast rate not being what it should be.
He needs Libator.
You need a little bit extra there. You know what I need, Welsh?
What?
I need Tuesday's best bets
Of the day.
with Joey P and the Welsh. Make sure you're placing your wagers over at bet365 using that promo code leading off when you do. Bet $5, get 150 in bonus bets when you do. 21 or over in Kentucky. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-BETS-OFF in Iowa. Terms and conditions apply. We love a good terms and conditions here on the program. Some good and bad yesterday, a bit of a spottiness there. The Dodgers did win. Yamamoto was not good. So going to get back on track today with the St. Louis Cardinals. I want them -1.5 on the run line at plus money, Welsh plus 125. Sonny Gray's last start wasn't good, but everything before that was great. Gray got bumped because of the weather that one day. I think it threw him off. Gave up a couple homers. I ain't worried because the Angels lineup is not good, and Reed Detmers is worse. He's got an ERA over 10 in his last 3 starts.
Hate him. God,
so
you hate him.
I think the Cardinals can win this game by 2 runs. I think they can. So give me plus money there. Cleveland at Texas going over on this one. Jack Leiter's on the mound, so I'm going to go the over on this bad boy just for that. That's enough for me to take the over in this game at -115. And then Logan Gilbert tonight over 5.5 strikeouts, -134. So the juice is a little steep, but if you want to put a same game parlay of that together with the Seattle Mariners on the run line, on the money line, I think that would probably be a good way to boost it up a little bit. Yesterday, really good outing there. We talked about at the top of the show from the Mariners pitching staff. So hopefully this continues to roll for them against Kansas City again. Another same game parlay again right now at the money line, the Mariners and Gilbert with that 5.5 strikeouts over. You can get up to plus 156. So there's your exact number there on that. So my favorite bet of the day, though, is the Cardinals and Sonny Gray. So I'm going all in on that one. Welsh, what are you going all in on today on Tuesday's best bets of the day?
Well, I am actually joining you in that Cleveland run there. A lot of first 5 stuff for me today, as I do. I'm going to take Cleveland first 5 team total runs at 2.5 over. That is plus 110 because, as you said, Jack Leiter. He's on the mound. As much as I love me some Jack Leiter, he's given up 4 and 7 earned runs respectively over his last 2 starts, and he didn't get past the 4th in either one of those. So I get plus money for 3 runs scored through the first 5 for Cleveland. Yes. So that's one of my favorites. I'm going to go with the Arizona Diamondbacks and Cincinnati Reds. First 5 under total runs, which is at 4.5. Slade Ciccone has actually been pretty dang good. Hunter Green, when the walks don't get too crazy, has been solid. So, I do worry that one of these pitchers lets us get out of hand. But overall, 4.5, I get -115. I like that one. Then I'm also going to take Baltimore. This is an early one. I think it's popping up here. First 5 to be up by a run. So it's essentially their run line through the first 5 innings. Baltimore first 5, -110. Those are my 3 best bets. And I'm feeling good. Hopefully, cross fingers, because it was a perfect 3-0 yesterday on the show. Nice. And my extra bet that I added make it 4-0, which you could have seen on the Betting Pros app, or you can go see on the Betting Pros app if you want to cross-check me. Go check it out, bettingpros.com/Welsh or bettingpros.com/Joe.
And download the Betting Pros app. Start betting smarter, not harder. See all the best lines at the best houses. That's what you got to do. Again, it is the greatest tool I've ever seen. I've turned a few of my friends onto it who just started recently getting into some of the betting stuff with baseball and some other things. And they're like, this is the greatest thing ever. It makes everything so easy. And I said, yeah, that's the point. That's what we're trying to do here, to make things easier for you. Prop Bet Chi-Chi comes out every morning too. You can look at the projections based on the lines. You can go however you want, choose your own adventure, or you can just have some fun and make some picks with us over at bettingpros.com/leading off, where you can join our group. But that'll do it for us here on the best bets of the day with Joey P and the Welsh. All right, Welsh, let's get to the home run calls because that's where we're left. So when last I left you, I called Adley Rutschman, and he hit 2 yesterday. So I expect 2 from the guy that I'm picking today. And that man's name is Jose Ramirez. That's right. Jose Ramirez today. I'm looking for. He's walking. He's seeing the ball well, hitting the ball well. Give me Jose Ramirez. Welsh, who are you taking today before we have to go back to the wheel?
I know. I almost want to change. I'm not going to, but Razor.
No, that's going to be the worst. If you change, it's going to be a bad time.
I know. And because Razor just brought up a good point. He said Josh Naylor, and boy, I'm feeling a Josh Naylor one.
I almost took Naylor. You should do it just to troll me now.
Yeah, but here's the problem.
Rub it in my face.
When I need to get back right, there's only one man that can get me back right. and that is
Me?
Gunnar Henderson. No, that is Gunnar. I am taking Gunnar Henderson today. Get me back right. I think he has done this 3 times now for me on bad runs. Gunnar's going to restart. Get me back 2 today, maybe. Get me back on the board. Otherwise, we might be bringing a wheel back this week. Maybe.
All right. I love the wheel. The wheel was great. And the wheel was good to us right away, right? The second wheel gave you a home run.
I think it was the first wheel that gave a home run. Yeah, first or second. Yeah, for sure.
Was it Trout?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I feel like it was Mike Trout.
Ooh, maybe it hurts people. Maybe
it's like maybe the wheel has even more drama in it. Very possible. Yeah. But
what are we picking
if you like drama in home run calls, and of course, if you like extra baseball with us tomorrow, well, join our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. And Welsh and I, tomorrow after the show, will be on the Discord live taking your questions. We finally figured out why the audio doesn't work for me on Discord anymore. We figured it out. Now it works. There's one more look at the home run board just for prosperity, because my God,
can't think why. Close. Joe wants to make sure everybody can see it.
Well, should I get 2 more today? I'll be in second place, hopefully, if Pazzi gets shut out. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking about. But
how are we letting this happen?
Subscribe to the channel, drop your comments. But you got 10. It's not like you have so much less than me. What I
haven't been on the board I don't think one day.
No, you were on the board once. It was a nice day.
Yeah, the first day. I think I got home like the very first day.
We enjoyed that. So, and we enjoy all of you. Thanks for hanging out with us for all the baseball and all the stupid. Don't forget, tomorrow, extra baseball, extra stupid over on Discord. Cleaning up will be there. And make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast, so you can also check out The Psycho with Mayo and the Worm.
I'll be on it this week.
Dive baseball. Oh, even more of a reason to check it out.
I'll be on with, I think it'll be portions of just me and Worm, I think, speaking.
Which portion of
Skeens and I don't know. You have to listen to the whole show. I'll be there, some portion of it right there.
There it is. The Cycle, ladies and gentlemen, checking out every single Thursday, dropping for you. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Welsh, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Watch your blast rates.
Peace.